His opponent is the many-time champion of Italy and one of the most dangerous players in the world, Mr. Marco Zanetti. In the booth helping me with this match is the amazing Michael Shamos. Welcome to the booth, Mike.
Thanks, Bob. I recall the last time we did this was exactly 2 years ago, right here at the same event, the BWA Las Vegas tournament. It's good to be back.
This should be a heck of a match because they're both playing very, very well. And they have rather different styles, I would say. I think Zanetti's a little more interested in defense.
Yes, at this point in the tournament, Zanetti has a much lower average than Blomdahl. Blomdahl's averaging 2.102 so far for the tournament, and Zanetti's down at 1.358. But there's not a single player in the field that would ever count Zanetti out. He's an extremely dangerous player. And there's a perfect break shot, for
That's
example.
absolutely perfect. That's textbook perfect. Drive the red ball 3 rails to about that position and bump the other fellow's cue ball into the corner where it's a pretty big ball. Again, he's driving the red ball 3 rails over to that same long rail. If he's lucky, he'll have another good shot.
He
but
was
it's a little different.
Unfortunate in kicking the white away to the other side of the table, but it almost got to the other corner. The play in the finals of this tournament has been extremely high caliber. The all-time record average for the total field for a BWA tournament is a little over 1.4. The entire field here is averaging 1.305. So it's very close to an all-time record.
Mr. Zanetti is using a cue made by Longoni in Italy. It's the Leonardo model, but it has Zanetti's name on it, and he designed it, and he feels it's the first cue that really has been designed by a player for a 3-cushion. No, he's off to a good start.
Zanetti is actually a noticeably slower player than many of his opponents. There have been several times in this tournament when he got into time trouble. And the reason for that is that they're using an unusual kind of time clock here, in which each player starts out with a budget of 150 seconds.
That's kind of in the bank for protection.
Exactly. It's like a bank account. And then every time he starts an inning, he has an additional 30 seconds added to the time clock, but only up to a maximum of 240 seconds. So no matter how fast he plays, he can never get more than 4 minutes on the clock. There were several times when Zanetti has gotten down to under 50 seconds.
Really?
Yes. Whereas when Sagener was playing, he was almost always at 240, because he would take much less than 30 seconds.
Zanetti told me about 6 months ago by email that he was changing his style and he's going to play faster.
Well, maybe he was slightly faster. It's sad what happened there. If he'd made the point, he would have had the good setup that Blomdahl had.
Yeah. Well, this isn't so easy. I'm glad I don't have this shot. He doesn't seem to think it's hard. He's going to come in short off that upper right corner. Oh.
It's pretty short. It's about the extreme of shortness. Maybe a little draw will help. The tables have been playing perfectly. It might have something to do with the 60mm slate.
Yeah, the slate on these tables is about as thick as a billiard ball. Oh, he's backing up. Yeah, I guess that's what he was doing. Three to 1, Zanetti.
Zanetti has a high run of 8 so far in this tournament. Blomdahl has the tournament high run with 14.
The young Turkish player also has a 14. Tazdemir.
Yes. And
very impressive young Turk.
Of course, in this tournament, the maximum run you could have is 15 because of the set format.
They're playing 15-point sets, 3 out of 5 wins.
Yes, and no tie is possible because we are not playing equal innings. So whoever gets to 15 first is the winner of that.
Is this twice around?
Winner of that set.
Oh,
no, that's a time shot.
That's a big scratch.
Yeah, Zanetti apologizes, but not very hard.
Look at that spin. About a year ago, Zanetti won 2 tournaments in a row with a grand average of over 2. I'm not sure anybody's ever done that.
He can do it.
Pretty sure he'll make this one.
Blomdahl has...
He's worried about, he's thinking of this, but there's a kiss.
Blomdahl has played far fewer innings than anyone else in this tournament. That's how well he's been playing. I think he has a total of 78 innings.
Okay, and, here's a shot. I'm almost sure he will play this shot.
Play soft to avoid the kiss from the yellow on the way back.
The yellow won't be anywhere near there, I don't think. Perfectly done, right in the exact center of the red ball. There's another chance for maybe he could follow straight through and double. No, he's going around. Boy, it's hard to miss that first kiss. Ah, he did it. Now it's 4-4. I guess he's coming just, he's going to go in short, would you say?
Yes.
Probably with good speed, yeah. He missed. Zanetti has a choice here of, I'm pretty sure he'll go off the white, but you can either go thin and try to miss the kiss by driving it this way, or hit this ball full with less English and still make it. Oh, he's going off the red. That shows you what I know.
Well, surprising choice, because at least the red's near a rail and the white is just sitting out in nowhere.
I didn't see how he could get it that short. He should have looked up at the big screen, look at the expressions in Eddie's face. Do you remember the cue Zanetti used to use? It was very strange. It was sort of a thing where you twisted and it would elongate.
Well, I think that was the Italian build-top cue. It was made of metal. And the joint, it was a quarter turn, that's all.
I
Put the two interlocking pieces together. I have one actually. It was a gift from its creator.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. I see a run coming on.
Well, the tell with Blomdahl is he gets a slight smile on his face when he knows he's about to make the next point. See it there?
He's looking at them both.
Well, that would be honest caution, but he's confident of this.
See, on this one you could hit the yellow thin with a lot of left, or you can hit the yellow full with not so much spin. It depends on where you want the yellow to
Yeah, I'm
end up.
thinking he's going to dump the yellow back into the corner to his right.
Let's see. No, that's
The other corner.
I think he missed it. Yeah.
He did.
That's... I suppose he was double banking the yellow into that corner is what his plan was. Left him pretty tough. Zanetti is an absolute prince of a fellow. He likes to read philosophy. And he lives in Bolzano, Italy, and has a little cabin up in the mountains, and he goes up there and meditates and reads serious books. I guess he wants to hit the rail before the white ball. Oh, that was close.
Oh, sellout too. Look.
Yep. Blomdahl's leading 5-4, 4 innings. There's only 4 players left in the tournament. These two and Dick Jaspers of Holland and Tony Carlson of Denmark.
Yes, the semifinals are being played separately instead of having them simultaneous on 2 tables. They played at different times, and Acustats will get the second semifinal also later.
Mm-hmm. Can't tell what he's doing here. Can he miss the red?
I think. Oh, yeah.
I see outside the red. Nice shot. Would allow a little curve to the first rail. He could go twice around here or shoot softly and
Hope to pick up the third
yeah.
rail. Yeah, the tables are fast enough for twice around.
Well,
He can even back it out down there.
he
See how
smiles.
fast? Yeah. If he'd been
Yeah,
been
right.
off a little more, he might have made it.
Kind of got lucky on the leave. Looking at 2 frozen balls there. Zanetti might draw on his bank of spare seconds here.
Yeah, interestingly, he's not in time trouble at all in this match. He has 170 seconds left. Now, the way it works with the timer is that as soon as the timer for a player gets down to 0, the scorekeeper calls time, and the player whose clock ran out loses the set. Doesn't matter what the score is at that point.
He could even
He could
be
be
leading.
ahead 14-0. Still loses the set.
He might be kissing back off the white ball.
He should have gone down there. Did he go down there to check whether it was frozen?
I don't see him do that. Otherwise, I don't know what... Yeah, that's what he's doing. Wow, what a nice hit. That was wonderful. Not easy from that distance to get the right hit. But he kept the red ball hidden in the corner. It's still a very small ball.
Notice that he moved the white ball from being frozen to the short cushion to now being frozen to the long cushion.
There's a shot I like here is where you play a cross table even though you drive the white into the red, because you almost are sure of making the red ball bigger.
Oh, in any case, you'll probably double kiss it and keep it there.
Yeah. That's what he's going to do. Awfully close. On that kiss-back shot, Blomdahl gave him a nice applause. Going to double the long rail.
Yeah, he was about to have to try a shot off-handed, I think, so he...
The nice thing about this is he can go off either ball, so it's really pretty big. He does it as if it's a big natural. He doesn't pay any attention to the difficulty. It was a pretty big shot, really.
They don't seem to be playing spectacularly, but he is averaging 1.6 for this game.
He's a hard guy to beat. I have to go off the left side of the red from his point of view. I think he's a little worried about banking the red up into the scoring area. The trouble is you can see hit the ball thinner with a little English, but then it's harder to get the hit. Looks like he is spinning it with a thin hit. Boy, that was close.
Well, he knew exactly what he was worried about there, and it almost happened.
Mm-hmm. Missed by a hair.
The two gentlemen in formal attire that we just saw there are referees waiting to take over. This first set is under the watchful eye of Odd Vandenbrand, who is a professional BWA referee. The way it's worked here is that Americans have been recruited to assist with refereeing. In order to get to the finals, they had to take a one-day refereeing course and then work the entire preliminary tournament, which lasted 3 days. And those successful candidates are now here refereeing in the finals. So they switch off. After each set, a different referee comes on.
That's good, because the referee has to watch every shot. I think, well, I better let you watch this. I'll give you my idea what he's going to do, and that's this way.
I think he's...
No, he didn't.
I think he's doubling the rail. Refereeing a three-cushion tournament is a very nerve-wracking job. Not only do you have to watch for fouls and other unusual circumstances, but
he is doubling the rail.
Keeping a very careful count of the number of cushions in case there's a wild kiss in the middle of the shot. You have to know whether it's scored or not.
Blomdahl only needs 3 points. Nothing Zanetti can do. All he can do is hope he'll get another turn at the table.
Yeah, it looks like he's thinking philosophical thoughts there.
Well, he does get another chance.
The audience here is a cavalcade of top U.S. and foreign players. All the BWA players are required to remain until the end of the tournament, even if they're knocked out in an early round, so they can all be here for the closing ceremony.
Double the rail. It's an interesting choice that he wouldn't go off the red. This is not so good for a 5-railer.
Yeah, tough to come in short enough, you mean, on the red
short
there.
or long.
Up and down is a possibility here. I'm not suggesting he's going to do it, but
yeah, that's.
And either drop in here, or just go directly into the red. The problem is it sends the white ball straight across the table, causes problems.
Is he playing rail first here, or just into the ball?
Yeah, I don't think.
I guess he's going right into the ball. Yeah. It was a tough situation.
Well, and it was on the cue ball. The first object ball was on the kiss line. I'm actually surprised he took that.
Looks like a Roman god, Mr. Zanetti. I think he's playing 5 rails here. He needs 2. There's going to be a lot of action on the red ball here. I think that's what he's worried about.
Yeah, he has to decide if he can cut it behind the yellow to avoid a kiss, or to drive it.
Yeah, I think he was thinking of driving.
And he's doing something totally different with it now.
Can he get
It's
that
too risky.
thin enough? Gee whiz, that's awfully thin unless he's going to back up. Oh no. No problem. Yes. Now he could try a kiss back, but I'll bet he's going to go thin off the yellow. It's not what he's looking at though.
Well, the players I used to play with would do anything to avoid taking their opponent's cue ball off a cushion. I don't think that's much of a consideration for these people.
They don't think about that, I don't think. They do play some safety, but...
Well, he will leave him...
Look at this. Three cushions first, I think.
Not just cross table?
Oh, he looks like he's going to shoot softly. Oh, wow, that was close. Well, this is a big opportunity for Zanetti. Probably come in short, I would think. Still might get a kiss on the cube. Oh, that's no kiss that way.
Yeah, that was well done. Kept the red out of it completely.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that even though Blomdahl is 1 point away from winning the first set, he's not sitting around smiling because Zanetti is completely capable of running this out.
He'll have to make a good one here. Looks to me that he has to draw back off the white. I guess he's playing 4 rails. Looks pretty good.
And a nice leave, too.
And he's probably going this way.
Yes, I think the only thing
the red ball is going to be over here, which is the danger zone.
That's what he's worried about, is exactly where to send the red to avoid a kiss. Yeah, he hit it too thin.
Yeah, he
came long.
Boy, he had such a huge target there too. It was a foot wide. Zanetti did say that the same shot look differently when you're playing Blomdahl as instead of a lesser ranked player. He said it just doesn't look the same.
Yes. Well, one of the reasons for Blomdahl's success is he can pull out almost any kind of shot in any